I'm Daniel Melton with Evangelistic Faith Missions. This is one of the projects that we have been using to help the ministry here become self-supported. A couple years ago, we started a project to raise funds for 1,000 chickens. It's really cool to see that that project has grown and it has worked like it was supposed to. This project started about 5 years ago, maybe a little longer, with 100 chickens. And now it has grown first to 370 chickens and then on to 1,000 chickens. But this first section is where we started with our 300 chickens. Then we continued on and added an addition onto the chicken coop of another section, which is when we installed the 1,000 chickens. That's where we put the 1,000 chickens. We have 3 different sections here that the chickens are placed in. What's really neat to me is that 2 years ago, when we raised the funds for the 1,000 chickens, it was to help the Honduran brethren be able to purchase the chickens. But after the chickens were placed in the coop, it was their responsibility to maintain the project, to budget the project, and to save money for the next purchase of chickens. When I arrived this time, we've received the new batch of chickens. So the first batch of 1,000 chickens that many of you helped support have now quit laying, and now because of a good budget and a good administrator, the project has continued on, and now we've made the purchase of our second 1,000 chickens. This is Brother Ulises. He is the one who basically runs the chicken project. He collects the eggs every day. He makes sure they have their food. He takes the eggs uptown and sells them to the small stores uptown. He maintains the chicken coop and everything.
Sí, que, bueno, en primer lugar, le damos gracias
First of all, he would like to thank the Lord. Would like to thank you,
esta ayuda y
those who have helped buy the chickens the first time.
sé que es también de beneficio para nosotros.
He said he knows that it's a benefit for them.
Para lo que es el plantel de la misión, para cubrir los costos.
It's a blessing for the ministry here to help become self-sustained or to help cover the costs that we have here.
Y por eso le doy gracias a ellos, también por el empleo mío.
He also is very grateful because this project gives him employment. It allows Ulises to have a job.
Es bendición para mí.
It's a blessing for him. ¿Y cuántos hijos tiene?
Por ahorita tengo 5.
He has a wife and he has 5 children.
Y
so,
eso es lo que me ayuda a mí, el sueldo para también proveerles a ellos el alimento.
So the salary that he receives, collecting the eggs and taking care of the chickens, helps provide for his family.
Y me siento contento.
He feels very content and very thankful. Gracias, hermano. Está bien. Here's a little sample of the eggs that are collected each day. ¿Cuántos cartones más o menos diario?
Ahorita 17.
Right now they're collecting about 17 cartons a day. Those 17 cartons a day are basically sold as soon as they're collected. The first 1,000 chickens were purchased. These 1,000 have been purchased in an addition made on to the chicken coop that we had. These chickens will be divided up into 3 different sections. They'll be divided into 3 different sections of this chicken coop here in a couple weeks. From my part as a missionary, I want to thank each one of you who helped support in that first project to buy the first 1,000 chickens. Because we provided the first 1,000 chickens, they have been able to budget their money, save back money to buy this 1,000 chickens, and also be able to pay an employee, as well as move the ministry toward being self-sustained. That is our goal, is that the ministry becomes self-sustained. Because of these projects, we are able to give a job to a local person, as well as have income for a local ministry, so that our ministries can continue to provide the gospel to this community. Thank you to each one who have provided financially, and to those who continue to pray for this ministry. Lord bless.